If you are a creative entrepreneur, you already know that growing an audience, it's something that you cannot avoid if you want to grow a sustainable online business. But here's a big mistake that I see all the time. They start doing so many things to grow an audience, just focusing on numbers without having a clear focus in mind. And the result, months wasted creating content that never convert and that don't attract people that are genuinely interested on what you do. I've tested many ways to grow my audience, but this is by far the most effective and sustainable way to get over 60% conversion on your freebies to grow your email list with amazing leads. And that's why I designed a free digital magazine to share with you 7 freebies that you can create and grow your audience on autopilot. And this is not your conventional PDF and checklist freebie, right? So the link is in the description if you want to check it out. You don't need 1 million followers to make a full-time income as a creative. In fact, you only need 1,000 true fans. This concept is popularized by Kevin Kelly and is very simple. Basically, if 1,000 people spend $100 a year on your products, that's already a 6-figure business. And that's exactly what I focused on when I started my business. How can I get my first 5 fans? How can I get my first 10 fans? How can I get 50, 100, 1,000? But the key here is not the number, is the quality, is the relationship that you can create with those people. Because a true fan is someone that is obsessed with what you create. They want to know everything that you are doing. They want to know your life. They want to know what you are creating. They will buy pretty much every single thing that you create. They are super fans. And not everyone that signs up to your freebie is gonna be a super fan. And true fans, they don't just buy your stuff once. They will really support you throughout your journey because they believe in your vision and they believe in you. At the end of 2022, that's when I started growing my audience from scratch. So I know how it feels. I know it feels like you have so much to do and you have no idea where to start. But let me just share with you what I've done. So the first thing is that you need to get clear on what is your unique perspective. What is that about you, about your experience, about your passions that makes you truly unique? And for me, that was blending my design skills that I was working as a freelancer and like creative work that I've done with systems building. So I blended that into creating Notion templates, which was perfect because I had the opportunity to make it very visual and add design and just make it pretty. But I also had the knowledge about systems building and make sure like a planner flows really well and that actually works for people. So you just need to find out what is that for you. And the second thing was to investigate where my audience was already hanging out so I could start conversations with them and I could start building a relationship with them. And if you are making money online or if you are planning to create sources of income selling your own digital products, you know how important it is to conduct some market research before you even create anything. And for doing market research, I highly recommend and use Everbee myself because you can not only see what people are typing in the search bar, what are they searching for, but you can see what they are actually buying. And you know, we are going through a recession. People are much more conscious and discerning about things that they are buying. And when you can actually see real data and see what people are spending their money on, this gives you gold insights to not only design your products, but also your freebies to grow your audience. Okay, now I'm gonna share with you 3 unconventional freebies that not only help you grow your email list, but they are also very likely to convert into sales. The standard PDF, ebooks, or those like simple checklists, they don't cut it anymore. People don't want another checklist. They don't want another ebook. Who reads ebooks these days anyway? But they actually want things that are actionable, that they can take action and that they can feel that they are making progress. And usually ebooks and those PDFs, they don't do that anymore. The first idea is specific Notion templates. This is not your typical content planner or life planner or habit tracker. This is something very specific that gives a very first step and that naturally leads to your offer. I did my own research and I found over 70 digital products that were actually selling and that people were interested in, that was not very competitive as well. So I made this into a freebie in Notion, and they could pick the idea and blend it and find something unique. So there was something very simple that I did in one day, and that brought me over 2,000 subscribers in the first month. And the specificity here is what makes this work, and that not only just brought me leads and grew my email list, but also some of those people that signed up, they joined the Academy, which is my program where I teach them how to launch their digital product shop and sell their own products. So you can see how natural it is. Like, people are gonna download the freebie and your offer is the very next step. And some people, when they are ready, they're gonna join. The second idea here is a video series. This is something that I recommend for higher ticket products, because this is something that people can get a sense of your teaching style, your personality, and see if they actually learn things with you, if they want to learn more with you. So you can do this video series through email, and if you don't want to do video, you can just turn that into an email course, which also works. I've tried both. The idea here is to make it very focused on one specific transformation. So for example, when I've done my video series, I made it very specific that I wanted to help people that were selling on Etsy to start growing their audience so they could start selling their digital products beyond Etsy. And at the last day of the series, I made them an offer, so people that wanted to dive deeper and learn more with me, they could join my program. The third idea here is an interactive quiz. And the reason why this works is because people love to learn about themselves. This is something that I've done to help my audience identify what platform and what type of content best resonates with their personality. So it was a quiz focused on helping them identify what is the best platform for them, what is the best content format would be better for their personality, their style, and that would give them a little bit of clarity at the end of the quiz. So this is something that I created to help my audience to identify their content creator archetype. I will leave the link in the description if you want to go through the quiz. It was really simple. I created in Tally, which was free, and you can do that yourself just to solve something very specific for your audience. So by the end of the quiz, they will know what's the best platform for them, what's the best content format they can start with, and the first steps that they can take to start growing their audience. Okay, and now how do we get more eyes on your freebies? Because, you know, creating a freebie is just half of the battle. Now you need to work on getting people to actually see how it converts. And the first thing that I do myself and that I recommend to my clients is to focus on SEO platforms, because you can leverage the search engine, because that helps you grow your audience 24/7 even when you are sleeping, and that doesn't usually happen on social media. So the focus here is creating evergreen content that answers specific questions that your audience has. And the great thing as well about this type of content is that you can repurpose as well in other platforms, and like, let's say within every 90 days you just repost that same content. And when you are creating this content, it's really important that you share your story, that you be authentic, because that's really what magnetizes and attracts your ideal audience. The second thing you can do is to collaborate with other people that have your ideal audience, but they are not necessarily selling the same thing as you are, so you are not direct competitors. So let's say you have a friend, they have an email list for writers, but they don't don't have the templates that you have. So for example, let's say you have a friend and they have an audience of writers and you know your freebie can help them, so you can just exchange freebies. You promote their freebie on your email list and they will promote you, so that helps both of you. And the third way is to use social media to promote your freebie. So you can find many creative and easier ways to share your freebie, and you can use automations as well. If you use Instagram, you've probably seen those people saying, hey, if you want this, just comment this keyword. And I know it's a little bit annoying, but it works. If you do that, you can just set up an automation using ManyChat and create this type of content and test different ways and see what works. A good exercise to do is just to get your freebie done and then brainstorm like 20 creative and fun ways that you can promote this freebie on Instagram. And if you don't have a freebie yet and you are looking for unconventional and fun ideas to grow your audience, make sure you grab my free digital magazine with 7 freebie ideas to grow your audience on autopilot. Okay, but here's the truth. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Not every freebie that you create is gonna be a home run. And I've done this so many times. I have created so many freebies, so many Notion templates, Canva templates, mini classes, so many things, and some of them didn't perform well, which is okay, but you cannot give up. You need to keep going, you need to keep testing, and the key here is to have fun. Create things that really excites you, because this is not just about helping your clients and your growing your audience. This is also about you and making this process fun for you. My first attempts at growing my own audience was very frustrating, but I didn't give up. I just kept testing new things. I kept following my intuition, my ideas, and what excited me until I found out things that actually worked. And now I have freebies that convert over 60% like this one. And there's no secret here. It's just to keep experimenting it, having fun, and obviously check and track what works and what doesn't, so you can double down on what's already working. Growing your community of true fans is not really about perfection or doing everything right. It's really just about putting yourself out there, showing up consistently, and people will eventually find you. It all starts with one person, then you go to 10, then you go to 100, and then you finally have your 1,000 true fans, which enables you to make at least $1,000 a month as a digital creator. Don't forget to download my free digital magazine, because I've shared some really good tips with you, not just freebie ideas, but also ways that you can optimize your leads for conversion, my favorite podcasts, my favorite tools that I use to grow my email list, and so much more. So I hope you enjoy it, and drop a comment below and let me know which of these free ideas that I've shared with you today do you think is gonna work best for your business. Is it an email course, a video series, a Notion template, or a quiz?